Hey, good morning. So I wanted to do a video real quick to kind of let people know who are watching our YouTube channel a little bit about us. About 7 years ago, 8 years ago, my wife and we took in a cat off Craigslist. And that cat was Darby. It was our first cat. And quickly we wanted to get a friend for him, so we ended up getting another cat, Riddick, and eventually over the next couple of years it turned into, right now we're at 11 including 2 fosters, so we took in a bunch of other cats, and so that's kind of what we do. We have a foster room here for a couple senior fosters from a local rescue that's really good, and we foster for them, and we also do some feeding in the neighborhood. We feed and put water out for the local neighborhood feral cats, and this is Binks. And so that's kind of what we do. I started this YouTube channel thinking I would just post some videos of our cats, and so that's kind of where we are, and that's kind of what we do. So I'm new to photography, so I know a lot of the videos are shaky. You know, I'm shooting on a really old point and shoot. It's a Canon 710 HS, so there's no stabilization of the video. There's none of that. It's really shaky. And hopefully I'll get better. You know, I'd like to be able to, you know, post better quality videos. So that's kind of what we do. I do have a Facebook page where I post the photographs that I take. Recently, about 6 months ago, I was able to get a Nikon D3300, another older camera, but you know, it does okay. So if you want to go check me out on Facebook, it's the Feral Photographer 1971. It's where I post all the photographs that I take of cats around the neighborhood. So I've even had lately a couple people ask if they could help with donations to help take care of some of the ferals, to feed them, to buy food and stuff like that. We're really not set up for that. We really appreciate it. We think it's really sweet for people to offer that, but we're not set up right now to take any kind of donations. Both of us are on a fixed income, so I mean sometimes it gets, especially with the high prices right now, it gets really bad. But you know, eventually somewhere down the road, and I get better at photography and I produce better videos and I get more subscribers, I can monetize, and that may eventually down the road help take care of some of that. But the best thing right now that people could do would be to help support the channel is just share it with other people, tell people to subscribe, turn people on to my Facebook page, the Feral Photographer 1971. Follow me on Facebook, you know, like the page. That'll really help. So that's a little bit about us. You know, we do have a feral that lives on our property out back under our patio. That's Duchess. You know, she was on the streets and as a kitten, and she had a litter of kittens, and the people didn't want to, you know, she was TNR'd, she was ready to be released back out. They didn't want to release her where she came from because there was a main road there and they were afraid she was going to get hit, so they called us and said, you know, do you want to acclimate her and keep her around your house? So we did, and that was probably 6 years ago. And you know, finally after 6 years, 5 years, something like that, we were able to pet her, and now we can actually pet her, and it's pretty cool. And we also work with ferals in the neighborhood. You know, we've got water station out front where we feed. We put some food out every night. We've got a few people around the neighborhood who allow us to put water bowls under their patios, so there's a little bit of water in the neighborhood for the ferals. You know, we do have friends that do TNR, so if we see a cat that we know is out there, you know, breeding, we'll notify them. But that's kind of what we do. So, you know, sometimes it's a lot of work. I mean, I get up early in the morning. I feed 11 cats indoors. I scoop all the litter boxes in the morning. Then I have to vacuum the floors for all the cat litter and dust, and you know, then I go out and I do waters outside and make sure they've got crunchy food. So, you know, it's a little bit of work, but it's definitely worth it. You know, these guys are amazing. And I wasn't a cat guy my whole life. I really wasn't into cats. I was a reptile guy for 40-something years. I bred pythons, boas, venomous snakes. I worked with monitor lizards. I did all kinds of stuff like that. And, you know, but, you know, around, see, Darby's 6 now. So, you know, around 7 years ago, we got our first cat. And that did it. You know, I really got into ferals recently in the last few years because I see what they go through, and it's really brutal out there, especially in Las Vegas. So, you know, I just wanted to let everybody know a little bit about what we do, and you know, thank you guys very much for subscribing to the channel and for, you know, being supportive with all the nice comments. I really appreciate it. So, till the next video. Take care.